Where'd you get that?
My pocket. I don't take a mint.
Do you have a pocket full of sunshine?
I have one sunshine
That's
left.
walking on sunshine.
Oh.
The other one is it's like really fast. It's like da-da-da-da, pocket full of sunshine. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Welcome back to the NOIC Godcast. So we are nearing Christmas very quickly. And I love it.
Did anybody?
I mean, like Sunday.
It's this week.
Yeah.
It's entering the week that will. Well, no, it'll be next week. It's the
Sunday.
first day. Yeah, I guess that's right.
It's confusing, but yes, it's my favorite time of year, and we've been I can read. We've been taking a look at Christmas Story a little different this month as a true NOIC fashion.
We would never.
I don't think we ever look at anything normal.
Yeah, we should do that to throw everyone off. Like, what is this?
The baby born in the manger.
And this
I
manger.
was like stable manger. I couldn't figure it out.
Their little hillbilly came out there.
The manger.
Sounded like a banjo there.
Jesus goes to Kentucky. Coming to you on the NOIC Godcast. There's your southern flavor.
What was the line? You look so sophisticated. Driving that jalopy.
Wow, you derailed in the first 30 seconds. That's got to be a record.
I don't know.
Anyway, as I was pondering the thought of trading spaces, I was thinking of how we kind of talked last week of he had it pretty good in heaven, if I can say that. Mm-hmm. It was comfy. It was easy. He had all that he needed. Mm-hmm. He left all of that for a stinky, messy stable and a not so easy life.
Yeah.
We tend to think of our lives aren't all that messy.
Yeah.
We're pretty put together, right? We do our best. I'm not nearly as that other guy. I'm not nearly
as that other guy.
Not nearly as bad as that other guy.
But at least he knows English.
We need to be reminded often of where we come from.
Yeah.
I think sometimes we think since God doesn't look at our past sins that we don't need to. But I don't think we should sit and have a pity party of how bad that we've been. Mm-hmm. But I think we need to look at ourselves and see how bad we still are.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So today I have sinned. Yesterday I sinned. Mm-hmm. And tomorrow I'm going to sin.
I knew it was you that
You're
took my cookie.
prophesying.
I'm prophesying. I will sin tomorrow.
Wow.
I know that's how that works.
It's not my goal or what I want to do, but it's who I am. I am a sinner.
Yep.
No matter how hard I try to be good, I fail every single day. This does not mean in any way, shape, or form that we shouldn't even try, that we should just go out and live our lives sinning all that we want. But I do think we need to recognize the sin in our lives for what it is. We like to say we have flaws and faults, and we do, but those are sins.
Yeah.
Okay, that's who we are.
I think that's what we use as like a term.
Because sin feels uncomfortable.
Or you feel like that's how you relate to people. Like even if you don't actually believe that you have those faults, you're gonna be like, oh, I have some faults, just to relate with somebody.
Right.
Yeah, because I think it's all like, oh, we all have flaws.
Yeah.
Oh, you sin.
Yeah, exactly.
You know
But
what I mean?
flaws are way worse than mine. Right, yeah. I like to call it for what it is. Yeah. It's sin.
It's sin.
We can never do or be anything more than that. I know I'm a little bit of a Debby Downer.
It's Christmas time,
It's
Rachel.
Christmas time. Merry Christmas, you all are horrible people.
You should have got jingle bells.
So much I knew you were going to say that. That was like my heart just shrunk 3 sizes that day.
Do you need me to get some
I'm
soap?
looking at you talking, but I'm getting
Oh no, this is not good. Now I feel like we should just go home now.
I've been offended.
Christmas has been ruined.
But I think sometimes we make light of what sin is and who we are. I, Rachel Hines, even today, after being saved for 24 years of my life, am a sinner.
An old sinner.
Not as old as you.
Fair. Fair enough.
Oh.
Burn.
Swoosh.
Swoosh. And then whatever that noise was.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what happened. That sounds like bowling alley.
I won't do that again.
I feel like I want to float like a Wii. Okay, fine. No.
Oh, you mean a me?
Well, it's on the Wii.
I don't mind, we never floated.
You be a you.
Oh, goodness.
You be a sinner. Tell us about
Okay,
this.
so I am a sinner, and I am daily being saved from those sins by the blood of Jesus. I'm a dirty, nasty sinner. Jesus is perfect, holy, and righteous. He left a perfect place to come down and change this nasty heart. He wants to dwell with me, but as long as I stay in that sinful state, he can't. But I just spent all this time explaining how you can never be anything more than a sinner. We have to rid all of ourselves of who we are to fully let him in. He enters our dirty, nasty heart and covers it with his blood. When God looks down on our dirty, sinful hearts, he no longer sees our sins, but he sees his son's blood.
Yep. It's deep.
I was thinking, so one of my favorite quotes, Andrew Murray, is that his highness shows us our lowness. Yeah, that's one of my favorite quotes. But I was actually thinking, like, that's the same thing as trading spaces. Seeing how dirty we are shows us how clean he is, or seeing how poor of a state we're in shows us how perfect of a state he was in.
Right. Yeah.
I was thinking, so there's few things I hate more than when Christians or churches use secular things to prove, like I really have a thing with that, but I'm gonna do it.
Oh wow. Okay. You're gonna hate yourself.
I know. So you all have seen The Grinch.
Are you gonna smack yourself?
The Jim Carrey version of The Grinch,
Yeah.
2001. It was on VHS because we had the VHS, so I know it's got to be at least be 2001.
Yeah.
So
I said no.
You've not seen it?
How have you?
Kevin.
You're gonna have to come over to one of our houses and watch it now.
Do you have a VHS player?
I don't have VHS, but you can watch it on Hulu.
Oh, okay.
But I'm of the old school
Yeah.
Grinch, and that was like, that story was told in 22 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm just like, what more do I need to
Fudge.
know?
They add fudge. That's what makes up the rest of the time.
That's
An hour of fudge eating.
Yeah, I'm just
I can respect that. I
know
like
the story.
original.
Like, I don't
They
care
actually have
about his
another remake
background.
now with Benedict Cumberbatch. Anyways, back to Jim Carrey. So you know the story of the Grinch. I mean, you know the premise.
Yeah.
So so if you remember that version, he lives up on Who Mountain? Is it Who Mountain?
No.
That's
Wrong. Okay. What is it called?
Oh man.
The Mountain of Whoville.
That Grinch lives in.
I forget. It starts with
Mountain
a
of
P,
Misery.
but I can't remember.
Okay. Well, he lives up there.
Anyway, yeah.
But if you remember that they show so much detail and where he lives. And what I remember is like there's banana peels on the ground. Literally the city dump pours into his house. Like it is just this most dirty, disgusting, vile, atrocious thing ever. And by the end of the story, he comes down to live in this clean, perfect, prim, proper little Who village with people with crazy eyebrows.
It's true.
I was thinking their noses.
Okay.
The mayor's
They have
eyebrows.
something doesn't. Yeah,
The mayor's eyebrows look like they could take flight, but
That's
But
one
that's
guy.
really the gospel. Like
Yeah.
we live, if you will, like we live in that sty of a disgusting banana peels. Our heart is a dirty, wretched, vile. I'm trying to think of how the song goes.
You dirty Russian. I don't.
Mr. Grinch.
Mr. Grinch.
Yeah.
Your heart's an empty peel.
no.
Your brain is full of swollen socks. There's spiders in your heel, Mr. Grinch.
I don't think they're swollen.
I think that's a completely different song.
I've heard it both ways. So
We could just like go
I broke CJ. Anyways,
That should have been my
favorite part
song.
is the sauce. Austin is sauce. Anyways, it doesn't matter. The point is, Jesus saved us from ourselves. Like we chose to live there. We chose to live there. And like if you've seen the movie, you see how disgusting it is. He loves it. He's eating glass. He's eating trash. He loves it. That's us.
Eating because
we
I'm bored.
Yeah. We love our dirty flesh state that we're born in. We love the filth. We love we're pigs in it, right? We just love it until we see that there's another better, cleaner way. And so eventually, you know, the Grinch, if you will, gets saved.
Yeah.
Which is awful to say that. It's not really
His heart grows 3 times.
his heart,
the
but
size.
that's the point is eventually, like for a Christian, we see ourselves for what we are, as dirty as we are, and we come to see that there's a clean, better, pure way, and our heart grows, and there's more room for more of him.
Yep.
And that's the gospel. Like that's what we're talking about this month is trading spaces. Like he's made that a way available. He's cleared the space between Mount Whoville or whatever it's called, and living there.
Yeah.
But we have to forsake the dirty ways.
But the funny thing is from the outside, he hated them.
Right, exactly right. And
So
that's the world.
that's sinners.
Yeah,
they're like, I don't
absolutely.
want that. That's awful. And then they step into it and they're like,
It makes sense. Like we're talking about this series, it makes sense. But like if you were to watch, if you had a sinner sit down in front of the Grinch and watch that and be like, all right, you know, they're like, well, yeah, of course I'd want to leave the dump and live in the prim and proper city. But spiritually, they're like,
can't see it.
I'm good where I'm at. Like
Yeah.
I don't want to see. I have no interest in that.
Yep. So this isn't a one-time deal. Like I said earlier, I didn't ask Jesus to cover my sins with his blood and then I never sinned again.
Yeah.
No, unfortunately, I have sinned many times since then. He has to daily forgive and cover my sins. We think of the manger as a nasty, stinky, messy place. Why would God want his son to be born there? Can I just say that my heart is so much worse than that stable was?
Absolutely.
And yet I'm so thankful he's willing to come into my heart and change me.
Yeah, I think a healthy thing, I would say this, I think it's a healthy thing for a Christian to continually learn just how wretched you are.
Yeah.
Continually see just how depraved you are and how wicked you are, even after salvation.
Yeah.
But I think the key in that, because I was thinking I meant to add that and I forgot, like, you can't dwell
Stay
on
there.
that.
Yeah.
That has to
That
point
is
you back to him.
That is a platform to see his highness,
Right,
like
yeah,
Andrew
right.
Murray said. And
Yep.
you can't leave one without the other or else it doesn't work.
Right.
Yeah.
Then it goes back to pride.
Yeah, absolutely.
That it? We're going to end this now?
There's no way.
I don't know if you
should I
can
sing the Grinch again?
You can't come
I
back
should've
from
put that- I should've
swollen
put that as-
socks.
Your featured content.
That should have been my
Is that
featured
gonna be
content.
I think that's going to be my considerable quote next time.
I don't know. I think it's pretty swell. Swell. Ah, like my socks in my brain.
You know, that makes a lot more sense.
Wow.
Oh, that's not good.
So my considerable quote that I went with today. My evidence that I am saved does not lie in the fact that I preach or that I do this or that. All my hope lies in this, that Jesus Christ came to have sinners. I came to save sinners. I am a sinner. I trust him. Then he came to save me, and I am saved.
that's a very
Charles
good quote.
Spurgeon.
Very good.
Spurgeon.
Much better than swollen
Spurgey.
socks.
Yeah, I'll have to say that. And then I went with I Still Believe in Christmas by Ann Wilson. My charge up challenge today is I want you guys to go throughout the week, write out a few Bible verses about sin. I'm not sure why there's a quotation mark there. Bible verse.
In case you're not using a real Bible.
With the Rice Krispie treat.
Recipe in the back. So write out a few Bible verses about sin, but put your name there. So like, but God commendeth his love toward Rachel in that while Rachel was a sinner, Christ died for Rachel. That's just an example for one. But go throughout maybe once a day or whatever. And I have the Bible app. You can search, like just search sin or sinner and put your name in there. And I just think that'll give you kind of a perspective this week.
Absolutely.
That's great.
I think it's good for you to like see that because I think we read the Bible and
We don't make it
From the
personal.
outside looking in.
yeah, like we're like, oh yeah, that's great words.
Yep.
Yeah.
But they're living.
Yeah.
So it's you. That's
Right.
you. You know what I mean? It's not just what was said in that moment. It's as it is now.
Yeah.
Yes. Agreed.
But yeah.
So should we wish a Merry Christmas now then? Because the next one will
It'll be too
after
late.
Christmas.
It'll be
Yeah.
too
so,
late.
so
Merry Christmas.
I was gonna say that was ready.
I
Go,
thought,
go.
and it almost sounded like we were all going to be on the same key, but like we didn't know.
We by myself now. I
Yes.
deserve
Okay.
that. All right, let
Yeah.
ready. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your King. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Now bring us some
figgy pudding. Now bring us some figgy pudding.
Now bring us a piggy pudding.
And a pair of swollen socks.
And that's that.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, guys.